Joining us right now on Can I Media is Dan Weber. And Dan, you're with Vacuum Trucks of Canada.
Yeah, I'm the president of Vacuum Trucks of Canada. We have been doing business out of the U.S. in Canada for 10 plus years, selling various vacuum type of equipment to the multiple contractors that serve the municipal, utility, and most recently and most aggressively, the gas and oil. So this is our first year at this show, and we are displaying what they call a combination rig cleaning unit, and that's what's right behind me. It's built by a company called Custom Vac out of Nitsu, and we buy equipment and rent it and sell it, and we also do multiple financing of the equipment, specializing with contractors that service the gas and oil marketplace.
So tell us what this truck would be used for then.
This particular truck that you see over my corner here will go onto any one of the rigs, particular rigs. Is used. It's outfitted with a 1,000 gallons of fresh water and a 20-gallon Katch pump with heat, and they'll wash down the rigs and suck up the byproducts of the production that they use, and then they dispose it accordingly.
Okay. So there's no waste left behind with something like this?
Yeah, there's no waste left behind, and it's required. It's part of the environmental requirements.
How has that changed your industry when it comes to building your trucks?
The environmental requirements? Yeah. It's the key component to our industry. We are driven by environmental regulations, both in the U.S., where we've been doing this for 40 years, and somewhat to our surprise when we first came to the Canadian market, is we have found that the environmental restrictions are even tougher to some regard, and that has helped drive the need for additional vacuum trucks such as this. We also represent a product that vacuum trucks that do hydro excavating, and a hydro excavating is used for non-destructive digging. So if, let's say, you're going to do a line in the city of Calgary, you're going to put a gas line in. Before they go down and put this line in, they got to identify all the potential older lines or utility lines that might be in the path of where the new line's going, and by regulation and by law, you have to spot, we call it spot or locate, the existing utilities. Mm-hmm. So that's one application for vacuum hydro excavating. The other is it's just more safe to dig in an area that has traditionally had a lot of utilities already in place. And by using non-destructive excavating, it's safer, and it's now regulated.
Where do you see the future going?
Tougher regulations, things like that, because it seems like the environment seems to be on pretty much everybody's mind these days, especially when we're talking the oil industry.
Well, and I love Canada, and I love Western Canada in particular, but I love all of Canada. It's a beautiful place, and I've, over the last 5 years, have spent a lot of time here, and it's a great investment to protect what you have. So to see the kind of requirements that there are currently in place, my sense is going to get a lot stronger. And again, being U.S., where we have a Democrat and Republican parties, I always say both Democrats and Republicans vote for clean water and clean air and a clean environment. So it's funded. It's well funded. So the environmental aspect of this operation is funded by the companies producing and backed by strong legislation and enforcement, and that drives our business.
Dan, thank you very much for your time.
You bet.
We've been chatting with Dan Weber here on Can I Media.